Meet up apparently with another group. I recognise you lot, troublemakers.
Everybody go.
So there's a police line forming around the perimeters.
No one down that way. None of us.
Let's go, boys!
Hold the tree! Hold the tree! Let's go! Get out of the way, let's go!
So tensions are starting to rise a little bit. I think people are getting a bit nervous seeing the perimeter, but there apparently is another group around the corner. This crowd doesn't like seeing mainstream media journalists, which is understandable. I certainly don't think anyone should be getting violent towards them, but I can understand people's anger and frustration to the mainstream media as they have lied. They've lied about them. They've defamed them. You know, yesterday, the entire news yesterday, the headlines were anti. They were fascist Nazis, far right, little fascist Nazis, without telling the truth. And all they had to do was talk to a couple of people and understand that they were union workers, union members, construction workers. And you can watch that report yesterday. We put it out. There's another group at the front that has just joined.
Channel 7, Channel 9, you're scum!
What was that?
Fake news! Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10! Tell the story! Tell the truth!
I think what he's
Stand up!
I think what he's trying to say is sign up to yominireport.com, give us your name and email. You see, this is how you de-escalate. You talk to them in a language they understand.
I'm a violent neo-Nazi apparently, mate. I'm violent.
Yes, apparently we all are. Well, when they...
How dare we stand up for our human rights and march peacefully through the streets?
Let's clarify that one. The reason why I say we is because, hold on, there we go. The reason why we say, I say there, we all are. I'm not trying to say we're part of this protest. Obviously, we're here as media. But Twitter yesterday, I was trending because apparently they claim I'm the one that started these protests. I'm not even a union guy. In fact, I'll tell you a little secret. When I first rocked up to the union protest, I didn't know which way it would go. I cover protests, all protests. I've been doing it for years, and often they don't like me there because I'm usually the target. In fact, I get the mainstream media treatment, and the mainstream media never report on the amount of times that I've been attacked at protests. So I went to the union protest thinking they may not like me, but to my surprise and probably a bit of relief, they were supportive and they do like the real news, which is lucky for me because I don't think even Daniel could have saved me from that crowd. Bloody hell, mate, I'm a midget amongst these men. Anyways, back to the what's happening here. There's another group has joined. see somewhere where we get
Yeah.
we need a cable. I'd rather take that and run this.
I'll keep it up.
You don't have an iPhone cable on you, like the new one?
Yeah, lightning.
Yeah.
USB-C.
Yeah. Can you get? I'll put it in my pocket and then I'll use that, and then I'll give you that back after. Are you alright? Oh, you're a bloody legend.
Investment in the greater good.
Send me in. You're a legend. All right, guys. I wasn't really planning on going. Oh, give me a. Do you need it to run the battery?
What happens
If that dies, then we'll decide. Rukshan usually does this, but he's not here, so I thought I'll do it. And what'd you guys say? You started with a group of 6 marching?
Yeah, 6.
So what time did you start marching?
I was here at about 10. That's it. We started with there was 4 of us, my uncle and my 2 brothers, and then we met a couple of other guys, and then on the way we were going, another 4 more people. Like, we were just walking, and then eventually people started coming, and it's come to this. Look at this, how amazing
it has certainly tripled or quadrupled in the time that I've been walking with you.
Yes. Well, thank you for recording everything.
No worries, mate.
You're doing a good job.
Someone's got to do it. And Rukshan, mate, you let us down today. I love Rukshan.
Hey, Ali, is it true that Rukshan's been blocked?
No, I spoke to him earlier. I just got to be careful. Yes. I got to be careful so they don't ban the feed. So it's so unfortunate that we have to watch what goes on the feed because it'll be an excuse for them to pull it down. Share away, guys.
Do you want to chat? I fucking own a business, mate. I've got a different perspective.
Go on, tell us what brings you here.
Mate, I'm here because for 2 years we've been living through this stuff. And I'm alright, mate. I own a business, I can work from home, I'm easy, I live a comfortable life. I'm here watching these guys who've had their fucking jobs taken away from them. Why? Because they won't consent to take a jab that's 2 years off any sort of clinical approval.
We can't put that in. We're running a live feed, so we've got to be careful what Facebook hears. I think people know what you mean.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is, mate, we grew up in an open democracy.
Exactly.
That's one where people have choice. I could continue sitting at home, looking at this and living a lie, or I could come out and, as Solzhenitsyn said, be an honest man and have some respect and empathy for my fellow countrymen. That's why I'm here today, man.
No worries. Thanks for your comment, man. So, guys, I know this is painful, but at Rebel News, we know the rules of how these platforms, what they allow. We get strikes. We get our lawyers to try fight the strikes. It's an expensive battle with social media, but at the end of the day, if we have something that questions the WHO perspective, point of view, or rule of law, then that's an excuse to be able to pull down a live feed. And I would hate for you guys for this to happen so that people can't see what actually unfolds in real time here. So I will keep it kosher.
Fuck the jab! 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 Fuck the jab!
So they're still marching. The crowd is steadily growing. They started with a group of 10. I think they probably have 20 times that, 30 times that now. So far, police have stood back on the perimeters. But I dare say that that's not going to be how this day plays out. Police did promise to enforce today and stop people from... There you go, mate. Oh, I'm out of the shot. There we go. There you go.
Arby, give us a shout out, brother.
How you going, mate?
It's a real journalist, Paddy. It's a real journalist, right
Who are we talking to?
That's my brother.
Your brother, Paddy?
Yep.
Paddy, what's going on, mate?
Shout out to JP as well.
JP, come on, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, they're doing an essay.
How'd you break your hand there, mate? You just got the jab? Is that why you... No, that was a joke. I know we're not allowed, you're not allowed to joke about vaccine injuries, so I've got to make it clear that was a joke. There you go, mate. You all right?
Thank you, Abby!
Rebel news. Rebel news.
Thank you, Rebel News! Thank you, Rebel News!
I'm just... It's not me. Without Rebel News, I can't be here, so it's... Thanks, guys. It's one thing that has been refreshing about these COVID protests is, unlike protests I used to go to, our platform, our news network is welcomed, mostly. There are still people here that don't like me, which I can understand. This has nothing to do with us. We just report the truth, and if the truth is what gets people to go out on the streets, then I think we have a problem. And instead of trying to point fingers at the news network that is reporting what is actually happening, how about dealing with the actual problem, the grievances that these people and many others that are probably scared to come out have? Let's go. They messed with the wrong industry, I reckon. My pants are tight. I'm just getting fat over Corona, mate. Lockdowns.
Fucking pedo gun. You gotta fucking bring it up, mate, about the pedophilia, the 90-year suppression orders. There's a lot more going on than fucking a vaccine. Give me the mail.
We'll stick to my jeans. He's not happy with my jeans, but I think my jeans are just a side consequence of so much lockdown. There you go, guys.
Keep doing the good work, man.
Thank you, guys.
Well needed.
Let's see what's happening at the front. Let's see if the police are... They were kind of trying to close them and box them in. What we've seen over protests is where they, at the lockdown protests, things have been very different when it came to the union protests and the construction protests. But until now, they've boxed them in a controversial tactic called kettling, and then they pick them off one by one. I imagine, well, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to work out that they can't deploy that here, because this crowd probably won't go down as easily. So the police commissioner, they've got they've got 2 helicopters up there.
Come on, we're doing it for you and your kids too. Come on.
Do it for your
Come on,
kids.
people.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on, man up.
Put his arm folded.
Every day, 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 every day. Park it up and get out and come with us, mate.
Thank you, mate. I swear he was fine. He said, I believe he's coming to cover it later. I think he might be tired. He did a lot of walking. Oh, man. Everyone wants to be Avi. What? There's always a few. They come to protest. It's just one of those things. Oh, he's working security.
As ours as well.
Leaving me unsafe. How you going? I apologise in advance. I'm sure I'm not as good as Rukshan at this, but better than nothing. So they're marching now up, so going up Elizabeth from Collins, picking up people along the way. So there's all these people here, and then if we go around, you can kind of see, get an idea of how many people are now marching. Wow. When we first started this, it was nowhere near this size. Yeah, sorry. This time yesterday, was it smaller? I don't know, I wasn't here. How you going? How you going, guys? You alright? I think he's coming. I believe he's still.
He's not arrested.
No, I spoke to him. He wasn't.
Don't stop this. You're the only people that actually show what's going on.
Don't worry.
Please.
We're going to keep doing our work. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Well, without you guys, we couldn't do it. So, thanks.
Got it.
Oh, there's a police line at the front. Let's go to the front. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Here we go.
Oh, they've got armoured vehicle at the front. Oh, come here, get that. This is something we have not seen in Melbourne yet. I believe last night they brought this in, and the riot squad is running towards. Here we go. So, live now in Melbourne, this is what's happening. This is for our health in Melbourne, live now, seen. They've separated the groups, firing tear gas. It just suddenly kicked off. There are hundreds of riot police now. The crowd is separated. Half have gone that way, the other half in there. Yep. Come out of the way. This is a vehicle, this armoured vehicle is this so-called rescue vehicle. Notice that. It's a rescue vehicle. I'm not sure how that is rescuing anyone. Okay, I'll do a piece to camera. With them in the back. So we're here in Melbourne now. I'm running a live feed on Rebel News Australia because Rukshan's not here. And we've just seen what has unfolded here where riot police in an armoured vehicle that they have not deployed till now in protest. In fact, I've covered protests here for years and haven't seen that. That was meant to be counter-terrorism, I believe. And now they are marching towards the crowd again to engage them, unprovoked. There was zero violence from protesters. Let's make that clear. There was no violence from protesters. It was a peaceful march. We had this live. I'm grateful now that we had this running live the entire time so the world can see what is happening in Melbourne, Australia in the name of health. Share this around, guys. This is unbelievable.